Right now, while you're watching this video, someone is building a company that will one day employ you. And here's the brutal truth nobody tells you in school. You don't choose between working hard and not working hard. You choose who you work hard for. Every minute you spend building someone else's vision is a minute you didn't spend building your own. This video is going to show you why most people never escape that cycle, and exactly what the ones who do escape have in common. Act 1. The Invisible Prison. Here's a story. A man named Ahmad wakes up every morning at 6 a.m. He showers. He commutes. He works 9 hours. He gives his best energy, not to his family, not to his dreams, but to a company whose stock he doesn't own. At 35, Ahmad is tired. At 45, Ahmad is replaced. At 65, Ahmad retires with just enough to survive, not enough to live. Ahmad isn't lazy. Ahmad isn't stupid. Ahmad is what the system was designed to produce. The school system doesn't teach you to build. It teaches you to obey. It teaches you to show up on time, follow instructions, and wait for permission. Then you graduate, and you do the exact same thing at a company. The school system was built during the Industrial Revolution to create factory workers, not entrepreneurs. You've been trained to trade your time for money. But wealthy people don't trade time for money. They build systems that make money while they sleep. Act 2. The numbers that will shock you. Let me give you some numbers that changed my perspective forever. The average person works 90,000 hours over their lifetime. That's more than 10 years of their life, awake, conscious, alive. And most of it spent building someone else's empire. Jeff Bezos started Amazon in his garage at 30 years old. Sarah Blakely started Spanx with $5,000 and no business experience. Elon Musk's first company was built with money he saved working at a startup. Every empire you see today began with one person who refused to keep building someone else's dream. But here's what's even more powerful. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income. The average employee has one income stream, one boss, one company between them and financial ruin. Act 3. The Shift. So what separates the builder from the worker? It's not intelligence. It's not money. It's not even talent. It's one word: vision. The worker asks, "What do I have to do today?" The builder asks, "What am I building toward?" The worker thinks in hours and paychecks. The builder thinks in years and ownership. The cost of being wrong is failure. The cost of never trying is a life someone else designed for you. I'm not telling you to quit your job tomorrow. I'm not saying employment is the enemy. Some people love what they do, and that's beautiful. But if you go to work every day feeling empty, if Sunday night fills you with dread, if you've ever said, "I wish I could just do my thing," then this is your moment to ask the hardest question. Why am I still waiting for permission? Act 4. What builders do differently. Here is what the people who actually build their dreams do. First, they start before they're ready. No one ever feels 100% prepared. The successful ones start at 60%. They learn, adapt, and build momentum while moving. Second, they treat their idea like a job before it pays them like one. They show up for their dream the way they show up for their boss. At 5 a.m. on weekends, when they don't feel like it. Third, they buy back their time. Every entrepreneur eventually realizes, time is the only resource you can't make more of. They stop selling hours and start building leverage through teams, systems, and automation. Fourth, they become comfortable with discomfort. The employee avoids risk. The builder chooses calculated risk. Because they understand, staying comfortable is its own form of risk. The risk of reaching 70 and asking, "What if I had tried?" Act 5. The Real Choice. You're going to work hard no matter what. That part isn't optional. Life demands effort. Time demands something in return. The only question is, who gets the reward? When your alarm goes off tomorrow morning, you get to make a choice. Not the choice of whether to work hard, but the choice of what you work hard for. Some of you watching this have a business idea you've been sitting on for 2 years. Some of you have a skill the world needs and you're giving it away for a salary. Some of you have been waiting for the right time, and the right time keeps not arriving. A year from now, you'll wish you had started today. I want you to close this video and write down one thing you would build if you knew you couldn't fail. Then ask yourself, what's actually stopping me? Not the fear, not the money, not the time. Those are symptoms. What's the real reason? Because 9 times out of 10, the only thing between you and your dream is the belief that you're not allowed to have it. You either build your dream, or you spend your life building someone else's. There is no third option. If this hit you somewhere real, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to start building, drop a comment below. Tell me, what's the one thing you've been waiting to build? I read every single one. Let's get to work. Now, deep analysis and real facts. The psychological truth. The core tension of this topic is rooted in a psychological concept called locus of control, the degree to which people believe they control outcomes in their own life. People with an external locus of control believe their success depends on their boss, the economy, their circumstances, and luck. These are the people who stay employed and wait for a promotion. People with an internal locus of control believe they shape their own outcomes. These are the ones who build. Studies show that entrepreneurs consistently score higher on internal locus of control than the general population. The most dangerous prison is the one you don't realize you're in. The hard data. 3.3b+. Global workforce in employment. Over 3.3 billion people are employed worldwide, most working for someone else's vision. 90,000. Lifetime working hours. The average person spends approximately 90,000 hours at work across a career, more than 10 conscious years. 7. Average income streams of millionaires. The average millionaire maintains 7 streams of income versus the average employee's 1. 33M+. Small businesses in the U.S. There are over 33 million small businesses in the U.S., most started by people who simply decided to begin. 15%. Job satisfaction globally. Gallup's research found only about 15% of employees worldwide feel genuinely engaged at work. 70% plus. Self-made billionaires. More than 70% of today's billionaires are self-made, not inherited wealth. Books. Why the education system matters here. The modern school system was designed during the late 1800s, largely modeled on the Prussian education system, which was built to produce obedient, punctual factory workers. Children were taught to follow instructions, sit in rows, and respond to bells. Sound familiar? This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's well-documented history. Industrial barons like John D. Rockefeller explicitly funded public education with the stated goal of producing compliant workers. The result: a generation after generation trained to seek employment, not create it. What schools rarely teach: sales, negotiation, investing, risk management, how to start a business, how to fail and recover. These are the core skills of wealth creation. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Jim Rohn. Magnifying glass tilted left. The comfort trap. Why most people stay. One of the most powerful forces keeping people inside the employee cycle is not poverty, it is comfort. A steady paycheck removes the urgency to build. It provides just enough to stop the fear without ever providing enough to create freedom. Psychologists call this loss aversion. We feel the pain of loss twice as intensely as the pleasure of gain. Giving up a stable income feels devastating, even when the potential upside is enormous. This is why so many people with great ideas never start. The trap is sophisticated. You get raises just often enough to feel progress, promotions just rare enough to maintain hope, and benefits just valuable enough to make leaving feel reckless. The system is not evil, but it is self-sustaining. Ownership versus labor. The wealth gap explained. The single greatest divide between the wealthy and the rest is not income, it is ownership. Employees earn income. Owners earn equity, dividends, appreciation, and passive cash flow. Consider this: a surgeon who performs 10 operations a day earns based on their direct labor. They cannot multiply their income beyond their own 2 hands. An entrepreneur who builds a surgical equipment company earns whether they are working or sleeping, because they own a system, not just a skill. This is what Warren Buffett calls making money while you sleep. The path there isn't overnight, but the principle is simple. Stop renting your time. Start building things you own. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Warren Buffett. The truth about risk. Most people believe employment is safe and entrepreneurship is risky. This is one of the most dangerous misconceptions in personal finance. Employment risk is real. You can be fired, laid off, downsized, or made obsolete by automation. You have no control over that. Your entire financial security rests on one decision made by someone else. Entrepreneurship risk is real too, but it is a risk you control. You can pivot, adapt, work harder, find new markets. And critically, even failed businesses teach skills that make you more valuable and less dependent on others. Studies consistently show that serial entrepreneurs, even those who have failed, earn significantly more over their lifetime than people who stay in employment. Failure in business is not the end. It is education. Who this message is really for. This video is not an attack on employment. Many people build incredible lives as dedicated professionals, and the world needs brilliant doctors, teachers, engineers, and leaders who work within organizations. This message is for the person who knows, deep down, they are not living the life they were meant to live. The person who has a dream they keep postponing. The person who feels a daily gap between who they are at work and who they actually are. For that person, the most important shift is not quitting their job tomorrow. It is changing how they think. It is beginning to see themselves as a builder, not a passenger. Starting small, starting now, and starting with what they already have. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Chinese proverb. The 5 actions that separate builders from workers. 1. They start ugly. Builders accept imperfection. They launch, ship, publish, sell, before it's perfect. Perfection is the mask procrastination wears. 2. They invest in themselves first. Before they invest in tools, ads, or offices, they invest in their own skills, mindset, and knowledge. The mind is the first business. 3. They build in the margins. Most builders didn't quit their jobs on day 1. They built at 5 a.m., on lunch breaks, on weekends, in the margins of their existing life, until the dream outgrew the day job. 4. They find community. You cannot build a big dream in a small circle. Builders surround themselves with other builders. Proximity is power. 5. They define success on their own terms. Not every builder wants to be a billionaire. Some want freedom. Some want time with family. Some want to create art. The clarity of why you build is more important than how big you build. Build your dream. The world is waiting for what only you can create.